This is really nice. I'm glad the weather cleared up. It's been so cold and rainy most of the week. Like, I know we checked the weather when we were planning this picnic earlier this week, but you can never be too careful. But it's also just convenient that it lined up with the day we both have off from work. Oh, you did? See, this is why I love you. No, silly. Well, not just because you brought an umbrella just in case. You're thoughtful and sweet, and always try to make sure things go well, even when they don't go according to plan. I'm pretty sure the cake you made is even sweeter than I am. I mean, I guess we'll find out soon enough. But your family's cakes are just too good that it's simply unfair for the rest of us. It's your grandmother's recipe, right? So, when do I get to have that recipe? See, that is unfair. You'd better believe I'm gonna ask her about it the next time we see her. I get wanting to keep it a family thing, but you and I have been dating for long enough, right? Besides, a couple of your little cousins were calling me Big Sis when we did New Year's with your family this past year. Mm-hmm. They were just adorable. I usually get sort of overwhelmed around little kids, but they were super cute and endearing. But that's not the point. Never mind. I'll just text her myself later. This is our spot. As lovely as always. Of course, sweetie. Did you want me to just put it on top of the basket? Perfect. I know I said it earlier, but this is nice. My family used to go on picnics pretty frequently when I was little. And I still always forget how soft this blanket is. It's a little chilly when the wind's blowing. But it is autumn, so that's fair. Here. Lay down with me, silly. We can keep each other warm. It's not my fault that I'm usually cold and I think you're hot. But yes, you're also very warm. It's one of the many things I love about you, sweetheart. Well, for one, you're warm and I'm just too cozy like this with you to think of anymore. No thoughts, only comfy. I'm kidding. You know, there's just simply too many things to say. And if I were to sit here naming them all, our food would go bad. And your cooking is far too important to go to waste. I mean, I guess that's true. But I'm more excited about the stuff you made. Speaking of, I think I forgot to ask. I know you were having trouble deciding which sandwiches to make, but what did you end up going with? Oh, those sound really nice, yeah. You know, more than anyone else, I would love to keep laying with you like this. But I'm actually pretty hungry. I skipped breakfast for this. And it's about the time I'd normally have lunch anyway, so Good, because we brought a lot of food. Okay, here's a plate and fork for you, and one for me. One of the sandwiches you made. And I made pasta with a mix of all the different pasta shapes we had because I thought it would be fun. You want some? My dad would make this pasta salad pretty often when I was little. You've seen my sister at Thanksgiving. If you think she's a picky eater now, just know that she was so much worse growing up. But his pasta salad was one thing that she always ate without complaining. The potato salad I made? Okay, here you go. So what? I like salads that aren't salads. Huh? What's this thermos? You didn't say anything about bringing a drink. Or a soup. Or... Okay. It's definitely warm. Warm apple cider? Oh, I'm so excited. Such a good choice. It's really good. This might be the... I don't know if I've told you how much I like apple cider, but our first date? How long ago even was that? You remembered this whole time? Well, I'm touched. Thank you. But why did it even come up? It seems pretty random. She'd gone apple picking. My sister usually hates apple picking. No, this is starting to come back to me. I think her then boyfriend wanted to go, and they went together. But either way, I told you that you're sweet. I wasn't wrong, was I? Of course I do. Anyway, my dad would usually make the pasta salad with penne, but he'd change it up sometimes. And, well, you can see where this is going. I think it was April Fool's Day that year. And my dad didn't really like to do any real pranks. But he'd do whatever he normally would have done, just in a little sillier, completely harmless way. So he made the pasta salad with 3 or 4 types of pasta. And just the look of pure confusion on her face when she saw it. She stared at it, speechless, for probably like a full minute before letting out this cute, Dad, what's this? I don't know. The memory just popped into my head as I was thinking about what to make, so I figured, why not, you know? This sandwich is really good too. It's really simple, but it goes really well with what I brought. Even if the only coordination we did on food was you telling me not to make sandwiches since that's what you were making. How does that make sense? That's true. Besides, they're simply good sandwiches regardless. I'm almost surprised given how hungry I was before, but now I'm stuffed. I just want to lay back and sit here all nice and comfy. How about you? Yeah? Did you like them? The pasta salad is pretty simple, but I think the potato recipe is my mom's. I'll show you the recipe when we get back home. But for now, come here. Hey, I was getting it out of the way for you. Just gonna get to it eventually. Okay, okay, fine. But to make it up to me, you have to lay down here and let me snuggle you. Oh, you were, huh? Well, then that just works out, doesn't it? Thanks for suggesting this. A nice, cozy afternoon in a beautiful park. Looking up at the trees as the leaves have started to change colors. And watching the clouds. All with you. It's not a complicated date or anything. But I think that's what makes it so nice. You know? That's a good point. We're usually busy. Or at least thinking of the times we will be. So it's a nice change of pace. It's been a while since we've done something like this. Silly leaf. Just because you don't want to stay in the tree anymore, that doesn't mean you can just be on me. But also, we seem to come to this park quite a bit, don't we? There's the times we'll just go for a walk through it. But we were here for the city's Valentine's Day event here last year with all the roses everywhere. I left here with so many flowers. But I'm also remembering how they had the giant flower artworks arranged so it looked like a giant field from the ground. But there were also these towers we could climb to see how they made these beautiful patterns from the air. I still use one of the pictures I took up there as the background on my phone. Yeah, I do. It makes me happy. And there was that time we came for the outdoor theater performance. Oh, I'm kind of blanking on the name of the play. I guess it's not that big a deal. But I do remember that one of the characters had a bucket of water dumped on his head. And everyone thought it was so funny. So you acted like you were gonna dump our water bottle on me, too. The couple next to us was ready to get you back if you'd taken the lid off, though. Yeah. Though it would have been funny in hindsight, to be honest. This might be my favorite of our proper dates here, though. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you're having fun, too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like getting all dressed up and doing something fancy for a date, too. But this is nice. I could probably fall asleep like this, honestly. It could be nice, but I think I'd rather be awake for this. It'd be a shame to miss such a lovely opportunity to experience this. Though I'll certainly take some cuddling. But you're more than okay with that, aren't you, sweetheart?